Changes in the workplace are more often an opportunity than a threat, but they can be challenging and unsettling nonetheless. So, how can you adapt to changes in the workplace? There is no simple process for adapting to change in the workplace, but I do have 7 valuable tips for you. Tip number 1, acknowledge that change is inevitable. It's a cliche, but it's true. Change is a part of organisational life. There's no stopping it. It is the only constant. So, now we're done with the cliches, it's important to understand that it is a part of a manager's and a leader's role to help their staff to understand and adapt to change, which means that you also need to be able to understand and adapt to the changes too. So, recognizing that priority is my first tip. And tip number 2 is to accept that this change is happening. Whatever changes are in the air in your organisation at the moment, open your eyes, understand them, acknowledge them, and take them on board. This is happening. So roll up your sleeves and get into it. And tip number 3 is to find out the reasons for the changes. What is it that is happening, or what is it that has happened that is driving this change? What are the reasons why change has to happen? What are the benefits of the change that is happening for the organisation, for your customers, for your clients, for your organisation itself, for your people, and for you? Critically, the first challenge in accepting any change is the question, why? And you will never be able to accept that change without a good, meaty because. If we don't get a good, juicy because to explain the reasons for the change, then we will resist. It might not be explicit, overt resistance, but there will always be psychological resistance. It is impossible to be motivated by something that you can't justify. Find out the purpose behind the change and then share it with your colleagues so that they can start to accept it too. One of the things you will find is that the process of sharing and explaining and describing the purpose behind the change will help you to internalise it for yourself. So you'll be better able to accept change yourself if you help others to accept it for themselves. And once people know why change is necessary and what benefits it will bring, they will find it much easier to accept it, to embrace it, and to commit to it. Number 4 is stay curious, stay open, and stay positive. Ask questions from a place of genuine curiosity and openness to change. Look for opportunities to be a role model for optimism and for adaptability. Welcome the new learning, the new skills, and the new colleagues that can come into your professional life as a result of this change. And managers should create an environment where their team members can ask questions, express concerns, and give feedback. Open communication like this can build trust, and it can address uncertainties before they become obstacles. My 5th tip is to embrace learning. Change often creates the need for new knowledge, new skills, and new capabilities. This, in turn, leads organisations to provide training, workshops, mentoring. These are massive opportunities for your own career and personal development. Not only will you be able to face the new challenges with confidence and enthusiasm, but it may open up new career opportunities to you that you hadn't even thought of. Tip number 6 is to take things step by step. Big changes are overwhelming, but small changes are not. So break down the big change into a number of smaller changes and deal with them one at a time. A phased approach like this is more effective, not only because each little chunk of change is smaller, but because once you've dealt with it, it creates momentum which takes you on to the next change and the next change and the next change. But critically, avoid working on more than one change at a time, because change upon change creates chaos. Chaos in an organization, but also emotional and psychological chaos. Adapting to multiple changes at the same time is far, far harder. If you are called upon to do this, then you need to find a way for yourself to separate them out and to deal with one thing at a time. And finally, celebrate all wins, even small wins, and all progress, even small progress. Small achievements, small progress, and meeting small milestones keeps motivation and morale high. Small milestones mean you can celebrate progress more often, and it's easier to see progress. Big milestones with big gaps between it mean that you really won't be aware of the progress that you're making, even if you're making it. And celebrating progress doesn't just boost morale, it enhances people's confidence and resilience. And the acknowledgement of the effort, the contribution, and the successes is what really makes the journey feel rewarding. So, as you go, offer support to the people around you. Not only does this help them, it will help you too. Be patient with yourself and with other people. Recognize that we all adapt to changes at different rates, and you may adapt to one change more quickly or more slowly than you will adapt to another change. This could be because of the nature of the changes, or it could be because you yourself have changed. And as you go through, encourage your team to express their concerns and their frustrations and to ask their questions, both in team meetings and in private one-to-one meetings with you. You should be doing the same with your managers and your leaders. Change, while challenging, is a big opportunity for growth, creativity, and innovation. Adapting well to change makes teams and individuals within those teams stronger, more resilient, more capable, professionally and personally. All of that means that you and your team will be better equipped for future success. Please do give this video a like if you enjoyed it or learned from it. I'll be making loads more great management courses videos for you, so please do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of them. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and in the meantime, keep learning.